Welcome to the deep dive. You sent over a stack of really intriguing sources, and yeah, we're ready to dig in and uncover what's really happening at the forefront of AI right now.
Absolutely. Today, we're tracking AI's rapid evolution across, well, seemingly disparate sectors. You've got personal tech you can wear, the very heart of the music industry, and even these colossal, like trillion-dollar infrastructure projects.
Right.
We'll be connecting the dots between Meta's latest hardware, Deezer's innovative fight against streaming fraud, and SoftBank's massive AI ambitions. What's truly striking here is how these threads, when you weave them together, they paint a vivid picture of AI's pervasive and accelerating integration into our world.
And by the end of this deep dive, you won't just have a clear understanding of these critical developments, but hopefully some genuine aha moments about what they mean for innovation, creativity, the future of tech, perhaps even, where you might fit in. So let's get started.
Okay, let's kick things off with Meta. They've just unveiled their new smart glasses, this time in partnership with Oakley. Now, smart glasses aren't entirely new for Meta, but what's fundamentally different about this iteration? Is it, like, finally practical?
Well, what's genuinely exciting here, I think, is the blend of tech with a really polished design. These are based on Oakley's HSTN design. That's house done, apparently. A well-known frame, so they look stylish, not, obviously a good gadget. Meta's specifically calling them their first product for athletes and fans alike.
Beyond the aesthetics, they've managed to double the battery life of the previous Meta Ray-Bans and now capture crisp 3K video. The real aha moment, though, isn't just AI in your glasses. It's more about this idea of ambient intelligence, where the tech understands your world without constant prompting. It's a leap towards AI becoming kind of invisible yet indispensable.
Double the battery life.
Yeah.
That sounds like a game changer for, actual everyday use. So what specific features are packed into these things?
Right. They come with a front-facing camera,
Yeah.
open-ear speakers, and microphones. Standard stuff in a way, but it means you can listen to music, snap photos, take calls right from your glasses.
Okay.
But the real step forward is the integrated Meta AI, which is, importantly, running largely on device.
Oh, okay. On device.
Yeah, and that allows for faster, more private, and context-aware responses. It can understand what you're seeing in real time without constantly pinging the cloud.
That sounds incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
So what can Meta AI actually do for you through the glasses?
You can literally ask questions on the go, like, "Hey Meta, how strong is the wind?" Or, "Hey Meta, take a video." Simple commands.
Right.
But what's even cooler is asking about what you're seeing. Imagine getting instant info about a landmark, or having a menu translated on the fly.
Why? Okay, translating a menu just by looking at it.
Exactly. It truly changes how you interact with both the digital and the physical world, sort of, simultaneously.
That's a huge leap in utility. Okay, let's talk practicalities then.
Mhm.
Battery life, charging. How do people actually get their hands on these?
Sure. With typical use, they say up to 8 hours and maybe 19 hours on standby. And if you're in a rush, 50% charge in just 20 minutes.
Not bad.
And the charging case gives you up to 48 hours of on-the-go power. They'll come in 6 frame and lens color combos, like warm gray with ruby lenses or just classic black.
Okay.
Good news for prescription wearers, too. They're compatible, though at an extra cost. And some even have Oakley Prism lens tech for better visibility.
Got it. And the launch details, when and how much?
Right. The limited edition Oakley Meta HSTN model, that's the one with gold accents, is up for pre-order July 11th, priced at $499.
Okay.
The rest of the collection starts at $399 and drops later this summer. They'll be pretty widely available: US, Canada, UK, most of Europe to start.
Yeah.
Then Mexico, India, UAE later this year.
So they're really pushing this globally.
Yeah, and it's part of that ongoing multi-year partnership with EssilorLuxottica Oakley and Ray-Ban's parent company. They've already sold over 2 million Meta Ray-Bans, so there's definitely a market they're building on.
Okay, so while Meta is pushing wearable AI with these glasses, they're simultaneously battling for the minds that will, build the next generation.
Which brings us to the talent race. It sounds like Mark Zuckerberg is on quite the hiring spree. What's the latest there?
Yeah, if we zoom out a bit, Meta's strategy is clearly about grabbing top-tier talent. Just recently, they actually tried to buy Safe Superintelligence.
The $32 billion startup from Ilya Sutskever, that's the one, co-founded by OpenAI's former chief scientist. But Sutskever ultimately turned them down, which tells you a lot about the competition for these kinds of foundational AI companies.
Wow, okay. Trying to acquire a $32 billion company is definitely a statement. So if that didn't work out, what's Meta's plan B for getting that kind of high-level expertise?
Well, Plan B seems to be focusing on key individuals. Meta is reportedly now in talks to hire Safe Superintelligence's co-founder and CEO, Daniel Gross,
Okay.
and also former GitHub CEO, Nat Friedman. That's a significant move because Gross and Friedman bring proven experience running and investing in AI research labs right into Meta's world.
And it's not just about hiring them as individuals, is it? I saw something about a venture firm.
That's right. Meta is also reportedly taking a stake in Friedman and Gross's joint venture firm, NFTG, named after their initials, I guess.
Right.
That firm has already invested in big names like Perplexity and Character.ai. So it's this dual approach. Hire the people and invest in their venture network. It's very strategic long-term thinking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it follows their earlier move this month to bring in Scale AI's CEO, Alexander Wang, and several execs from that data labeling startup. So you see a pattern.
Definitely. It's a clear escalating battle for the brightest AI minds. Shows the human element is still critical, right?
Absolutely. Even in this super automated field.
So as AI moves through devices and research labs, it inevitably hits creative industries. Our next story from Deezer shows how the music world is grappling with AI's presence, sometimes disruptive, sometimes, well, fraudulent. What's the core issue Deezer's tackling by labeling AI music?
This really shines a light on the whole authenticity and fraud problem online. Deezer says around 18% of the music uploaded daily, that's over 20,000 tracks a day,
Wow.
is now fully AI generated. Now, most don't go viral, but here's the kicker. A staggering 70% of their streams are apparently fake.
70%.
Yet designed just to fraudulently grab royalties. I mean, when I saw those numbers, my jaw kind of dropped. It's like the Wild West for music royalties right now.
That's an incredible volume of potentially fake stuff. So what exactly is Deezer doing besides just, sticking a label on it?
Well, the label is step one. AI tracks are clearly tagged. But crucially, they also won't show up in editorial playlists or algorithmic recommendations.
Ah, okay, so they're limiting visibility.
Exactly. And any streams deemed fraudulent are being filtered out of royalty payments. They believe these labels will be a big help for listeners, but also, frankly, for protecting the artists and the payout system.
It sounds crucial for transparency, but could it accidentally penalize artists who use AI creatively as a tool if the detection isn't, super nuanced? How big is this whole problem industry-wide?
That's a really good question, and yeah, the industry is definitely wrestling with that nuance. For now, AI-only songs are just 0.5% of total streams on Deezer. Tiny.
Okay.
But their CEO, Alexis Lanchanier, says they've seen a significant uptick just in the last few months, and it shows no sign of slowing. He calls it an industry-wide issue. And he stressed Deezer is committed to leading the way in increasing transparency. He also made a point saying, AI is not inherently good or bad, but we believe a responsible and transparent approach is key. So the focus seems less on judging AI itself, more on fair play and clear labeling for now.
Seems like a turning point. Are there broader ripples beyond just Deezer's platform?
Oh, absolutely. Deezer actually applied for 2 patents back in December for their AI detection tech. It focuses on finding unique signatures to tell synthetic from authentic content. That IP could be valuable.
Interesting.
And elsewhere, the big labels Universal, Warner, Sony, they're reportedly in talks to license their catalogs to AI music startups like Udio and Suno.
Wait, weren't they suing those startups?
They were, for copyright infringement. So these talks could potentially settle those lawsuits. It might signal a shift, maybe from pure confrontation to figuring out some kind of licensed use model. The big takeaway is AI isn't just a creation tool. It's forcing everyone to rethink IP and money in the digital age.
Okay, so from those nuanced creative battles to just the grandest visions for AI's future, our final story takes us to the mind-boggling scale of SoftBank's AI investment. It sounds like they are going all in with truly astonishing figures. What's the latest on their ambitions?
Yeah, what's truly remarkable here is just the sheer scale, the audacity. Just months after getting involved in that $500 billion Stargate AI project where SoftBank is rumored to be fronting maybe $19 billion.
Yeah.
The Japanese investing giant is reportedly looking to launch its largest AI project yet. It just signals this incredible level of commitment few others can even dream of matching.
So even bigger than Stargate, what kind of numbers are we talking about here?
Bloomberg's reporting, citing their sources, that SoftBank wants to team up with TSMC Taiwan Semiconductor to launch a $1 trillion industrial complex.
Hold on, a trillion with a T.
$1 trillion in Arizona,
Yeah.
dedicated to building AI and robotics. Let that sink in for a moment. It's almost unimaginable.
A $1 trillion AI and robotics hub in Arizona. That's not just ambitious, it feels almost sci-fi.
Yeah.
What do we actually know about this Project Crystal Land?
Right, Project Crystal Land. It seems to be in very, very early stages. SoftBank clearly wants to work with TSMC, but it's not clear what TSMC's role would be, or frankly, if TSMC is even interested.
Ah, okay.
Especially since TSMC already has its own big AI infrastructure projects underway in Arizona. So maybe some competition there, or maybe synergy. The bigger question this raises is just, what does it take to even realize a vision like that? It's a monumental bet on the future, but it also underlines the immense capital and collaboration needed to push AI forward at this kind of global scale.
So what does this all mean when you put it together? We've seen AI move from, smart glasses trying to enhance daily life to this fierce battle for the very best minds shaping AI labs, maybe even aiming for AGI. Then there's the crucial fight for integrity and fair pay in creative fields. And finally, these almost unbelievable trillion-dollar visions for industrial complexes to build the future of computing. It's undeniably clear AI isn't just some buzzword anymore. It's rapidly reshaping, well, everything, from the personal right up to the planetary scale.
Yeah, stepping back to see the bigger picture, these stories really highlight AI's dual nature, don't they? You have this immense potential for integration, for innovation, but also these critical challenges around ethics, IP, and just the sheer scale of resources needed. It kind of begs an important question for you, the listener, to consider. As AI keeps expanding so rapidly, how do we make sure that progress stays balanced with responsibility? And maybe what role do you see yourself playing in understanding and navigating this landscape as it keeps evolving?
That's a powerful thought to ponder, definitely. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the latest in AI. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and stay well informed.